Another summer day has come and gone away in Paris and Rome, but I want to go home. Maybe surrounded by a million people, I still feel all alone. I want to go home. Oh, I miss you, you know. I've been keeping all the letters that I wrote to you, each one a line or two. I'm fine, baby, how are you? I would send them, but I know that it's just not enough. My words were cold and flat, and you deserve more than that. Another airplane, another sunny place. I'm lucky, I know, but I want to go home. I've got to go home. Let me go home. I'm just too far from where you are. I wanna come home. And I feel just like I'm living someone else's life. It's like I just stepped outside when everything was going right. And I know just why you could not come along with me. This was not your dream, but you always believed in me.
That's you, Jima?
That's me standing there with it.
That's you?
This is a gunnery sergeant
David.
that was doing down here in Iwo Jima. This is the ocean.
Oh,
Let me get you a book.
okay.
And that's him, and that's the first flag that was raised, and that's his gunnery sergeant Davis, another Marine, and that's a dead Japanese guy.
Is this a telescope?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Hang on. Wow.
What? Took off on you.
Nothing looks like. This is actually the first day when we went in. This was the first day.
Who took these photos?
Navy corpsman.
All right, Navy Corpsman.
Yeah, or a Navy photographer, Marine photographer, but
And his friend, what was his name, honey? Your friend that did this picture with the box camera?
Bow Knight.
Bow
Bow Knight.
Bo Knight.
Dolores P. Bow Knight.
Not very big, Benny.
Here's what the actual island looks like. This is Mount Cerbrati, which is this right here. This is where this is.
Oh, okay.
Is right up at the top of it. This is where I landed when I brought the troops in. I came in
What
there.
were you and what was your? Okay, what was your like, sergeant,
I was a corporal.
corporal? All right. Wow. That's high.
Corporal Henry Fuddpucker.
But anyway, what we went in to take was this airfield here, because the planes that were going to bomb Japan came back, didn't have any place to land or refuel or anything. But there's what it looks like. We're 1 mile wide, 5 mile long this way. Mount Cerbrati was about 500 foot high. See, there's similar to this picture here. But there's what we had to fight to get them out of these here.
Tunnels?
It cost us better than 6,000 men to take that little bit of land. More than have been killed in like Iraq or there.
Oh, yeah.
Now that is his son's nephew, who was the last Marine to be on Iwo Jima before they closed it
This is what we had
to
to
the
try.
public,
to get.
2008, and they
I
took
mean,
it
I
to send
wasn't
to
up-
Denny.
It's fantastic.
I stayed back, like, I stayed back here. Then one night, where the airfield is, I took my landing tractor and took a load of ammunition. There's the airfield. I came up here like that and turned and went back over here, and come to find out we were ahead of the front lines. We didn't know that but all we could
It's all unknown territory.
see was that this is the airfield, and I came.
What was the ground like? Was it jungle? What was it?
No, it was the volcanic ash.
See this right
Ooh.
here? That's what it was like, right?
Just ash? And was there any like vegetation at all?
Well,
Like, what
you
is-
can see what was there, like corn
And
and stuff like
sort of
that.
bamboo type
Okay.
But
stuff. It looks like coal, doesn't it? That volcanic ash, it just looks like a pile of coal.
yeah,
Alright.
I'm looking for a better picture of Monsieur Bossi.
But he ran the little Amtraks in with all the soldiers from the boat. And you'd have to take it with the swell so that he didn't tip it over and bring them in.
There's what it looked like to us when we came in. There's Mount Surabaya. That's the highest point on the island.
Let me see.
There's what it looks like from an airplane.
Is that what you drove in and on?
Here,
Here.
there, I really believe that's my Amtrak going out. I was the first one on the LST to take this. It goes on land and it goes on water. There's what they look like going through the water. That's what I drove.
And by the time you took a load of the guys to the beach, how many of them actually made it on shore?
There's what I drove, like that one there.
How many made it to shore? Did you bring it?
We all made it to shore. But what they did, the first 4 waves that went in, the Japanese did not fire a shot.
Okay.
All these guys got on the island the first thing, and then all of a sudden, when the 5th wave, which was I was in, came on the island and got on land, then they opened up with their artillery and all their guns and killed. Well, I think you can see a lot of dead guys laying there. But there's what actually Mount Surabaya looked like. But this was all volcanic ash, and we had nowhere to hide. There was absolutely nowhere to hide. And they had artillery up here, and on this side of the island,
Stop.
they had more artillery. But there's a lot of them laying there. when they opened up.
Was it like running on sand?
It's coarser than sand. It's you can't run in it, and you can't like climbing up here. We couldn't climb. You just slid as far back as you gained, because it was
Was it really deep?
just like it was like on marbles.
Oh, alright.
Kind of reminded me of the slag in Pennsylvania at the coal mines.
Makes a lot of sense. Did you know these men personally?
No, I've got a picture of them in there. One of them was my friend. I've got a picture of them. But there, see the brush and stuff. See it?
Okay.
It's like right there.
And this one was the original one, but they wanted a bigger one, right, honey?
Yeah, they
They
got a
wanted- so
bigger
they took
one
the-
off the ship. But
Alright.
Flame-
Flamethrower.
flamethrowers was the only thing that saved us. You just fired it into
Like a foxhole kind of
a
thing?
foxhole or any of
Their
those.
pillboxes or their
Those
caves.
little tunnels?
There's some Japanese prisoners of war.
Didn't you tell me that they used to come out at night and scavenge in your garbage for something to eat?
No, that was on Tinian.
Mm.
That w- See, I wasn't in on the invasion in Tinian. I went on the island after the invasion. Like they invaded like on Monday, and I got on the island like the next week. I wasn't in on the invasion.
Maybe too long.
It's 9 minutes.
Make it 10 and do a new one.
He cooked for him one time up there.
Yeah, I made a slumgullion.
What's that made of?
You know what a slumgullion is? It's every goddamn thing that you can get off the ship and put it in. And they gave me a pan, and I used CD2 as an explosive. You can burn it. Burns hotter than hell. And I fixed a big pot of stew, and the guys could smell it halfway around the island, and they come down and wanted some of it. But shit, that wasn't enough to only
everybody.
Give
just.
everybody a tablespoon even.
But I went out to the ship, and I knew the cook on the ship, and I asked him for vegetables. He got carrots and peas and beans, and every potatoes, corn. Made the whole big pot of stew, and all of us guys ate that pot of stew.
It's like refrigerator.
The Japanese tried to shoot them. Their life expectancy was 60 seconds,
How long were you on the island?
30 days.
30 days?
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
but this is what we had to climb up and how we had to climb. See, there were bunkers down in there, and they were all camouflaged. You come down in like that, and they shoot you down there. You were like sitting
like ducks.
up. But there's dead laying all over the
Did the
place.
tanks do good on this ground?
Weren't worth a shit.
Sounds like they owned me.
They couldn't, the sand, they couldn't get any traction in the
Just dug holes,
Nope.
didn't they?
volcanic ash. They couldn't,
You're too heavy.
yeah. The tractors, like the one that I drove in, had different tracks on them, and I could go through the sand or the ash. Taking a shower. That was your shower.
And your helmet.
What were you shooting with? What was your weapon of choice?
I had a carbine, 30 caliber carbine.
That's not what, is that what that is?
No, that's
No.
an M1. That's the one I carried on the Amtrak.
Yeah,
Was
it
a
was the
smaller one because we didn't have room to maneuver these.
big- Yeah.
Oh, what are these?
Them are just like your shells that you see.
Okay.
Them are shells.
Tell them about when when you went in to get the prisoners and when you had to go, you had guns but there was no ammunition and what happened.
Well, when I landed in Japan, I was in Japan 2 days after they surrendered. They took every round of ammunition away from us, and if you got caught with a round of ammunition, you got court-martialed.
About the guy that the colonel or the general or whoever it was that had been, you were talking about
Oh,
him.
I went up to a little town called Ainora. It was near Sasebo in Japan. And they had a prisoner of war camp. And I went up and picked up a lieutenant colonel that weighed about 100 pounds. He had been shot down over Tokyo, and they brought him down there and put him in barbed wire enclosure, right? And he said to me, shoot that son of a bitch. And if I'd had ammunition, I would have had to have shot that guard. No ammunition, not a goddamn, not one, because
they-
if you got caught with it, boy,
They
I'm
tortured
telling
him
you,
so
would.
bad.
Dogs. They brought dogs on the island?
Yeah, they were,
It's a Doberman Pinscher.
Was that us or was that?
that's ours.
All right.
And then what happened to the dogs when you got done?
Eat 'em?
No, they came back to the United States.
They did bring them back?
Oh yeah, they brought them back. I had a little monkey that I brought back.
Why'd you bring them? Why
A
are they
monk-
on the island?
He had a monkey.
They can smell an odor of a human being 10 times as great as a man can.
So
The monkey
Yeah.
or the dog?
the dog.
The dog.
Dog. The monkey wasn't on the island with me. I brought him back from Japan.
What kind of monkey? Do you remember?
Rufus.
One of those little ones?
Oh, he was as big as Sadie.
What would you do with it?
Gave him to a sailor in San Diego. Had no way to keep him.
Yeah.
The captain always ate pancakes for breakfast. And the monkey eat pancakes, and he'd pick it apart and throw. And when he could get inside his diaper, he'd get a hold of shit. He'd throw that at the dog on the ship.
The monkey did?
Yeah.
That's cute.
There was a story on the news yesterday about a woman that her fiance didn't
There's
come back,
your
and
shell, see?
Okay.
they're pretty good
Yeah.
size.
Are those a 50 or a bit larger?
A lot.
75 millimeter.
Wow.
Them are 50.
So would that be a 75 millimeter?
Where's
or
the gun that
50?
goes
Is
to
it
that?
Is it 50?
Where's the guns that go for that, though?
carry them away with you.
No, was there one back there in those pictures you were looking at with a pile of guns? No.
No.
Look at all the planes. Oh, it's just-
I was there when that B-29 crashed. And I helped push one of them with a bulldozer. I helped push it over the bank to get it out of the way so the other planes could land. The guy said to me there, you just pushed $1 million over the bank because that what one of those planes cost.
Okay, so
Stop,
whatever. I want to know.
Oh, ouch!
I want to know what it's
What
about.
it is a 30 millimeter. Actually, it's a explosive that somebody has thrown it down. Actually, this is all the
Would've
way
been
out
pointed.
here.
Okay.
That's just a cartridge.
All right. Yeah.
Has no.
Sort of like a shotgun shell,
Yeah.
really mega.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Okay.
What it got
Can
shot?
you
What
can
it
you
got
explain to me? Can you see any of that, or do I have to get a magnifying glass? There's a anchor on it. I don't know if that means anything. There's an anchor, and I can read the letters to you if you
Is
want.
it supposed to be split out on the end like that?
No, I can read them all right. A&.
And it's a 30 something. What is it?
30 caliber.
Yeah.
What did they come out
God
of?
damn, that's bigger than a 30 caliber.
Yeah. Let's see. It has 3 PDR. That's what a little. And then it says EHCL, and it's a little symbol like an anchor. SPF. Does that mean anything?
That probably was used on an anti-aircraft gun on a ship.
All right.
It's a shell, but somebody has.
Yeah, let's say. Why is it bent out like that? Is that not supposed
Somebody did it.
to? Okay,
They
that's.
made a vase or something like that
Oh.
out of it rather than.
Where'd you find it?
Bob stuff.
Where?
My grandfather was in his junk. So this is human. It doesn't blow
Yeah.
out like that.
No.
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 Okay.
It would have come to a point,
somebody
right?
has done that
Okay.
because this is a solid shell.
Yeah, it's really heavy too. So they would like it's a.
It was used as an aircraft shell
Okay.
on a ship.
So this-
Western New York, WNY. Western New York, would that have been where it was made?
Probably a Utica.
E.HOLISPF.
Yeah, but then there's a. I don't know what the other numbers are. There's.
Yeah. 3PDR.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, well, that's what that was. That was
11190.
Yeah. What's 111903?
Yeah.
1903. Is that? Does that mean anything? 11-1903.
Is that World War II or is it?
was made 03.
Hmm.
God, that was.
So it's 110 years old?
So that's World War I would have been 1918, right?
World War One was, yeah.
So
Wow.
what is this before World War
Yeah.
One?
Yeah. This would be
Maybe.
a bunch of cartridges that were fed into the machine gun.
Okay. Oh my God, it's a machine gun.
That actually come out of a machine
I
gun?
can't believe it
Like-
made in 03.
Let's say it's 11-1903.
You got federations that
So
were
we
that
got-
old, didn't you?
Yeah. No, that's what it was.
What's on the outside of it? Is there anything on the outside of it?
That's brass.
It certainly is.
Yeah. So with this, when they shot it, would it go to a point? Or
It would be to a point, yeah.
okay,
And somebody had taken
somebody bent it out. That's so sad. They ruined it.
something to take
A vase or something like that.
and just pounded it down
Pounded it
in there to spread it out.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
They ruined it.
Yep.
So World War One. All right.
They might have used
3 PDR.
at World War One, World War Two. They had the same type of guns.
Yeah, that's not a very explicit shell, but I can't understand 1903.
Maybe it was just a code. Maybe it wasn't the year. Maybe it was a code. I don't know.
1903, that was,
All right, you want to get down
see,
now?
World War One
you
was
start marking.
1919. That could be from the Spanish-American era.
Oh,
So this was an aircraft, or a ship, missile, like a gun. I don't know what you call it.
you said it was a machine gun.
Machine gun would shoot something that large.
It's not like
No, because that's a .30 caliber shell, but my God, you couldn't handle a machine gun that would.
No, but it would have
So
been
this,
one of those
bazooka?
things on the things on the deck of a ship that they shot one right after the other after
What?
big.
Yeah,
Or they
is
would've
this?
been-
1903 doesn't make it
No.
because they didn't shoot shells like that in
Yeah.
1903.
so. Maybe
An
that's
aircraft or anything.
so. Perhaps that's not a date on there then.
Yeah, maybe that's not a
That
date.
must not be a date.
That's a 5. It's a 5.
Is it a 5?
Yep. I can just see the.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Huh.
It is a 5. 1905. Nice, Brenda. But
And it almost looks like there's
What
something
else
in front
did
of
your
the 11.
grandfather have?
Oh, mostly farm stuff,
Yeah, this is all. This is the only thing I found that wasn't
farm related.
farm related.
Hmm.
So, do you think this would be like a bazooka kind of thing?
But it
Oh,
has
hell
the
no.
anchor on it, so it almost makes me think that that would have been used on a ship.
Yeah.
That's what Denny said.
Yeah. But so it's not a machine gun. It's not a handgun, of course.
Oh no.
So it's
And,
the next step up.
8.
Anchors
And
away.
I suppose that could be a
3
flare.
A
PDR.
flare?
A flare gun.
Is that maybe why it could be bent out like that? With flare gun, would nothing would. That's
No.
all human.
Somebody bent that
Okay.
out.
All right.
Had to have been. Because all it would have been if it was a regular bullet. Would have been a pointed.
It'll all be alright. I'll be home tonight. I'm coming back.